we are entering in a time that is very serious. Speaking of this seriousness, let's get into the Ukraine war. Ukraine attacked sleeping civilians in Moscow while talking peace in Saudi Arabia with Americans. Now, terror in the night, Ukraine launches a drone strike on Moscow civilians. Do these guys really want peace? I don't think so. I think this is ridiculous because they are actually, Europe is a big problem right now. I always thought it was the United States. Definitely the CIA and a lot of these, bad actors, the neocons and stuff. These guys definitely for sure have a big part. But they're linked up with these people in Europe too. But Europe at the same time wants to be the empire again. They want to be like the new Roman Empire, and they're not happy with America, being on top still, and stuff, especially right now because now we actually want to do some good. Because I'm tired of it, and I think a lot of Americans are tired of it, and we're cleaning up shop. And Europe, man, they want to be the new. It's crazy. Cut off one head, and then another one grows, and it's just so crazy how it goes. And now you see Europe being the main people here. They're trying to instigate the war. Look at Stammer in England. He is giving more billions of dollars to Ukraine to keep the war going. They think they can do it. They think they can beat Russia. Russia has $75 trillion in resources. So they think if they overcome Russia, they can be the dominant power in the world and overcome America and China and everybody. Well, it's like a crazy dream, man, but I guess that's what they're really trying to think. So in a shocking act of escalation, Ukrainian forces launched a massive drone strike on Moscow during the early morning hours while civilians slept in their homes. According to reports, 69 Ukrainian drones were intercepted by Russian air defenses, but at least one person was killed and multiple civilians, including children, were injured. Drones reportedly hovered outside apartment windows before exploding, sending metal bearings flying into homes. Eyewitness footage captures drones striking residential buildings, showing widespread damage. Just hours later, Ukrainian officials met with U.S. diplomats in Saudi Arabia for peace talks, raising questions about the whole motive behind their actions. So why would they do that right before the peace talks? It's like they're just showing a complete and utter defiance. Like, we don't want peace. We don't care. We're going, we got Europe, This is really turning into something very serious now. Western hypocrisy. When will the media call this out? So yeah, they're of course silent, right? Despite Ukraine's direct attack on innocent civilians, they're still the victims. Of course, they're the victims. Now, and I think a lot of that was going back to 2015. I don't know all the details on that, but maybe somebody in the comments can say exactly what happened during that time. But I know there was some instigating and stuff to Russia, and they had enough. So despite Ukraine's attack on the same Western leaders funding Ukraine's war machine are refusing to acknowledge these attacks as terrorism. Secretary of State Marco Rubio admits Ukraine must surrender territory to Russia, signaling that the U.S. is aware that Ukraine cannot win this war militarily. Reports suggest Trump is pushing for Zelensky to step down, calling for major changes in Ukrainian leadership. So this is just crazy stuff. So anyway, a little bit more. Trump's Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff is set to meet with Putin for direct negotiations, marking a shift in the U.S. strategy. So I know finally the U.S. and Russia are talking again. And after those last 4 years of silence, now they're talking. They're starting to open up embassies. They're starting to negotiate a little bit. Europe does not want that. So they're kind of, they're doing some desperate measures now. So why is the Biden-Obama EU coalition still fueling this war while secretly admitting Ukraine needs to surrender? So this is just crazy. Is this about freedom and democracy or an attempt to push for World War III? It's a good question, man. I mean, all this stuff just leads to us as individuals needing to take control back of our own lives, our own government being back in control. So you cleaning up your system. You don't have to be perfect all the time and everything, but this is a time that we need to be strong and talk. This is why I'm talking about this stuff now, because in the past I just wasn't ready, and now I feel more ready to talk about these types of things that are really important. So please subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content, and we're going to keep creating more. My name is Austin Zest. Welcome to Controlled Opposition News, where we're controlled by the pineal gland, the decalcified pineal gland, and we're looking for a better world. You know how it is. Oh, yeah, you know. Watch this. Get out there, do something active. Hopefully in this you're waking up to. All right, take care. Peace.